Lam. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Lam. Lam. Last time. Lam. Bring your awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and this will be behind the place where we urinate, and keeping our focus there. And as we gently draw in from front to back to gently squeeze there, we do the mantra Vam. And here we press the ring finger against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Vam. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Vam. Vam. Last time. Vam. Bring your awareness behind the navel, and there we do the mantra Ram, and we have the middle finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram. Release the mudra and continue.
Ram.
Ram. That is good enough. Now we bring our awareness in between the breasts in the middle of the body, and here we do the sound yum, and we hold the index finger pressing against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yum.
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 Release the mudra and continue.
Yum.
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 We bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do the mantra hum, and we have the thumbs up mudra. Take a deep breath in. Hum.
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 Release the mudra and continue. Hum.
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 Last time.
Hum.
Hum. Middle of the head, we do the sound chum, and here again the thumbs up mudra. Take a deep breath in.
Sham.
Sham. Release the mudra.
Sham.
Bring the awareness to the top of the head. We do Om, again thumbs up mudra. Release the mudra and continue. One last time. Now we go on to our happy face breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayama. So here, those of you who know, please proceed. And those of you who need instruction, close your eyes and keep your attention focused on the throat. Now, as you make a big smile, see what happens to the throat. As the cheeks pull out a little bit, you will find a slight stretch in the throat. Focus on that stretch and inhale and exhale slowly. You will feel like you have restricted breathing. Like when you inhale, it'll feel like sucking. And feel the air rubbing over there in the stretch in the throat as it goes in and out in your own speed. Breathe slowly, but each person has a different breathing capacity. So some of you may breathe long and others may breathe short. That's your personal thing. Continue. Now we can go on to our respiratory mantra. We visualize a string from inside the sternum going through the top of the head and out of the body. And along that string, you vibrate the sensation Haim, Im, the three syllables, Haim, Im, and So continue that visualization. There is no relationship to the breath. So it will go on as comfortable pace as you like. Forget the breathing. It'll be on its own, like when you're not conscious of it. Hi mem hi mem hi mem Feel it flow. Now we can go on to our spinal alignment exercise, starting with the neck. And as we exhale, take one ear towards one shoulder and inhale, come back up. Exhale, go towards the other shoulder and inhale, come back up and continue. Inhale and come back to the starting position. And now as you exhale, turn the head as if you're looking over one shoulder. And inhale, come back to the starting position. And exhale, turn to the other side. And inhale, come back to the starting position. Continue. Okay, now when you inhale and come back, as you exhale, bring the chin to the chest. And as you inhale, take the head back. And exhale, chin to the chest. As you bring the chin to the chest, now we do 360-degree rotation. Half the rotation inhale and the other half exhale, and continue. Let's go in the opposite direction. Excellent. Now, let's go on to our shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Then go on to the next shoulder. Inhale, lift up the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down, and continue. Sandhya Rao, you're breathing too fast. Your motion should be slow and in sync with your breath. When the breath is slow, it is relaxing. Okay, now let's go on to the next exercise, the hand exercises. Lift up your palm, lift up your hands, and as you inhale, make the palms perpendicular to the forearms and stretch out your fingers. As you exhale, bring the thumb inside and make a downward facing fist. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. Just to make sure all of you know, when we exhale, we don't just hold the fist. We make it downward facing. That way you have stretch in the nadis that are connecting there. Again, inhale and exhale. 6. 7. 8. 9. Exhale. 10. Inhale and exhale. Now, as we inhale, let's begin rotating around the wrist, half a circle, and exhale, complete the rotation. So 2, inhale and exhale. Continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let's go the reverse. 1, and exhale. 2, and exhale. 3, and exhale. Continue. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now elbows in line with the shoulders, palms loose, fingers loose. Now when we turn, we will not only move around the wrist, but also the palms and the fingers everywhere. So let's take a deep breath in. Inhale, turn around, and exhale, rotate down back. Inhale and exhale. Continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now interlock the hands and bring it behind the head. And as you exhale, turn to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, turn to the other side, inhale, come back, and continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and last of all, 20. Now, release the hands and allow both shoulders together. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Let's go again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, as you exhale, cross one hand over the opposite knee. I'm going to skip the back bending exercise. By the way, is the back bending exercise somebody who feels we should do it? I'm looking at the time. Okay, you want it done. Okay, let's go. So in that case, keep your hands just in the area of the hip, just above, and your fingers, the other fingers are all pressing on the intercostal spaces of the rib. In other words, on the two sides of the spine, the fingers are digging into those little crevices. Then as we inhale, push on one hand and go back, and exhale, come forward. And then push on the other hand and go back, and inhale and come forward. And as you do this, if your fingers that are right in the intercostal spaces of the spine, if you feel any tenderness there, it means that part needs healing. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. That is good enough. Now we do twisting. Get hold of your opposite knee on the with one hand and take the other hand behind. And as you exhale, turn onto that side. Inhale, come back, bring both your hands to your knees in the front, and then cross over the other hand and exhale and go onto that side. Inhale, come back, and exhale, go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. That's good enough. Now we cross one leg over the other. Lift up one leg and cross it over the other, and hold your knee that's on the top with your interlocked hands. And as you exhale, you not only pull in, but cross it over so that the butt lifts, and turn your head in the same direction as the leg you're holding. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's cross the other leg over. Hold the knee, and as you exhale, pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's good. Now we will do the cycling exercise with the leg, one leg at a time. Inhale, lift up one leg and stretch it out and bring it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go to the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we'll go on to our Bhastrika, the deep breathing, full deep breathing. Anila, do you want to lead?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So with Bhastrika, we can do it two ways. One is with your arms on the belly. Take a deep breath, inhale, fill up your lungs, your stomach comes out, and then exhale. For those of you who have upper body strength, you can hold your arms on either side of your body, loose fists. When you inhale, you expand your chest, raise up your hand. And then when you exhale, you contract your fist and then relax. We'll do it 20 times. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale.
10.
Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. Sorry, now it's 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Now close your eyes. Notice any sensations you're feeling in your head and let it flow down. Let it settle. Let's go to the second round. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Again, observe any sensations you have and let them settle. Over to you,
Go
Doctor.
to the third round.
Okay. In 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Observe your sensations. Let them settle. Back to you, Dr. Rajan.
Thank you. When the sensations have left their head, mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. If you have a personal mantra, you can do it. If not, pay attention to your breath. And as you watch your breath, listen to Om in the background. Mentally tell yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, raise your hands and bring it 6 inches in front of your eyes and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. It's 6:30. So those of you who need to leave can leave. But I think there are some interesting questions and thoughts and things that are going to come about. First, there was a question, can we do Bhastrika while sitting in Vajrasana? Of course, Sujata, we can do that. You can sit in any position where the back stays straight. There is no problem with that. Now, is Shriba over here? Can Shriba come in and tell me whether she felt anything in the face while doing Bhastrika today?
No, doctor, I felt very good.
Very good. So your question is answered. You know what to do. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Okay. So now, Jaganji, can I please open up? You wanted to say something? Jagan Lodhaji. Okay. So whenever you want, there you are. Speak up, please.
Yes, I just wanted to mention that from Texas, some 5 people joined last week, including one CPA, Anuji Vashni. So now proper count of Texans will be maintained, and 2 more going to join tomorrow. So I would claim that we are the single largest group from any state in your yoga family.
Very true.
Wonderful, wonderful. You're also one of the large states, right?
Yes.
We are keeping up with the size of our state.
Yes.
Second
Very
largest.
Go Texan, go Texan.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Thank you. Okay, I have a question and a thought for people over here. We had a number of people who indicated, actually my count was about 15 people that day when we had like 150 or 2 people or so who were connected, who raised their hands that immediately after doing the spinal mantra, they felt better. Okay. So what I'm going to do is from tomorrow on, I'm going to cut a little bit of time somewhere else, maybe the respiratory mantra or so that we can do daily about 2-3 minutes of the spinal mantra after one Bhastrika Pranayam and before we continue to the second one. So, and what I would like to hear back from people is how people who have had spine problem, how they are coming out of it is something which we will follow upon. And I will request all of you who feel better, who had an issue before, to actually send emails to us, to Balmukh, so that we can keep track of this. Actually, this thought came from Dr. Kiran Parekh, and because he saw so many people raise hands, he wants to take it to the medical community over here. So to get, he wanted a little bit of, even if it is anecdotal, if there are large enough numbers, he thinks that is the way to go about to take forward. So I'll appreciate that. So from tomorrow, we'll begin that. Now, the other question is, today, we did something unusual. We went on to do 3 rounds of Bhastrika. And I want to know how many of you felt vibration in the last one, going all the way below the hip into the legs. Can you have a show of hands? Okay. Like, keep the hands up. Yes. Keep the hands up. Okay. So that's about 10 to 12 people. No, 15 people. Okay. So I can see that many people have felt it go down. Now, after you felt the vibration, the reason that vibration is important is that is where when we do this Bhastrika Pranayam, we call it as the soft reboot of our brain's computing system. So by doing this, that vibration is where, because we breathe so much, more than what naturally the brain controls our breath, it ends up releasing more energy to places where there have been weakness in the body. And that is why you feel so good after that. Okay, so that is the reason we did the 3rd round of it. Okay, so we will of course do more rounds on weekends. We won't take that. Now questions. Manjula Trambadia, you want to say something?
Yes, Dr. Rajan. Mahi Kumbhak, can you do that alone by itself, and how long I can do it?
Yes, you can do Bahya Kumbhak alone, and time yourself for about 7 minutes. And the normal practice is you should do minimal of 3 Bahya Kumbhaks together to have effectiveness.
Okay.
And a good maintenance dose is 10 to 20. If you did
10 to
20
20.
Bahya Kumbhaks, typically it will take about 7 minutes if it is done slowly.
Okay.
But maybe what you can do is you can start with like 3 minutes or so. And
Okay.
in the second week, increase it to 4 minutes and 5 minutes and stay at 7 minutes as the max after a few weeks.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
You're welcome. Okay.
Rajan, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
I have, after Bhastrika, when we finish after 20s, I feel like there's a tunnel in front of me. And if I go deep into that, then I see a little bit light.
So in other words, for you, Bhastrika is your meditation. So what you can do is, don't wait for us to come for the class. In the morning time also, you go and do your round of Bhastrika and then be in that calm meditation, watching that light. Enjoy it.
So sometimes I can get scared too,
Why do you get scared?
because it's like, oh, tunnel is in front of you. Like,
That is right. You see, we are all effectively beings of light. Only thing is that energy has manifested into this physical body, right?
yeah.
So just enjoy the connection with that light. Why get scared?
Okay. It feels that way sometimes, but thank you though.
You're welcome. And there's a question here. I notice vibrations all the way down to the soles of my feet after my first Bhastrika. I have a synthetic carpet under my chair. I've noticed my soles get very warm while doing Bhastrika. So I now move my chair so that the feet rest on the floor. All fine, excellent. Whatever works for you, but the vibrations are a sign that your body is being responsive. Now, if you don't have vibration, it means that you don't need, your body is in complete balance. You see, if you don't have vibration means either the body didn't react or you have complete balance. So the only way you will know is by doing 2-3 rounds. And if the vibration doesn't kick in, then you're in good balance. Very good. So now, any other questions or thoughts from anyone?
I have a question, Dr. Rajan.
Go ahead.
This is with regards to Swadharma. So you talked about, just a second.
Just 1 second. Here,
Yeah.
there is a question after Bhastrika and spinal mantra. The head feels open. Is that okay? Perfect. If the head feels open, that's when we will all get our intuition and our cosmic connectivity. Good thing. So, okay. So continue, Arun.
So,
Let Arun finish, and then after that, Jasu Viroja can speak.
Okay.
so you talk of Swadharma as the sole purpose of birth, right?
Yeah.
I've heard another viewpoint which goes something like this. And I think if I read Vivekananda's work, it talks like this, or even some Vedanta, I think. So on an absolute basis, you cannot do any change in this world. I mean, so whatever you do is transient. So forget the thought that you're born here with some great purpose. You are basically here to continue on your journey of your soul, which means that I mean, whatever situation you comes, right? I mean, how you make out of it will determine where is your soul rising or falling.
Let me stop you here. I know where you're going. In the philosophical world, there are two views, okay? One view is that the purpose of life is to evolve and get moksha or liberation, okay? There is another view in the philosophical view that we are all born for our own special purpose to fulfill. Now, is that does that reflect your answer? The idea of the purpose of life is to finally get liberation through the experiences. Is that your view you were going to say?
Yes, and it also is saying that there is also a point of free will there. So every situation you come across, you have a choice whether what you do there. I mean, you take it and do good to yourself. Like you see somebody on the street and who's needing help. If you help him, that's a certain level of karma you've attained. If you help him without either do or kind of thought, then you go certain other level. But everything is a choice in life. But when you say you're born with a Swadharma, that choice isn't that choice being robbed off of?
Okay. So the thing is basically this is an everlasting question of between free will and destiny. Okay. So, but let me clarify the other point I mentioned. There is a view that the yoga is a moksha shastra. That means the system of liberation. In my view, yoga is all about how to lead life. And so I call it as Dharma Shastra. And this is very, very clear, even in the last chapter of the Yoga Sutras when we covered, where when you're a pure observer and you continue with all the activities with which you're born, the term used for that is Dharma Megha Samadhi. Okay? And the liberation that comes is the natural outcome. The liberation is not the focus. The focus is fulfilling your Swadharma. Okay? So now let's come to the other point that Arun raises, is the question of whether there is free will versus destiny. Okay. The answer is as follows. We are all born for a specific purpose. And so there are, in any activities we do, the activities can fall into one of three classifications. Those activities that are essential in order to be in sync with the programs with which you have come, that is your Swadharma. Second is activities that negate it. And third is activities which are neutral. Okay? Your free will is in the zone of the neutral activities. In the places where you shouldn't go, there is, if you go on that side, you'll be going in the wrong direction, but the free will gives you in the area of neutral activities. Okay, so that is how we understand from the perspective of free will versus destiny.
Dr.
Thank you,
Narayan,
Doctor.
I just want you to, hello, Dr. Narayan.
Yes, go ahead.
I just want you to mention to all of my family here, yoga family, that if you have been physically inactive for a few weeks or few months, do not overstart enthusiasm and do walking or gardening or any exercise too much. That have been the case with me, and I am suffering because of my ignorance about it. So just a message for yoga family. If you are physically inactive for a few weeks or few months, take it gradually and slowly, whatever you want to do. Thank you, Dr.
Yes. Yes. And when one very good practice for all of you is, depending upon your age and ability, is if you have stairs in your home, to climb stairs. And how you climb it is, you keep one foot on the first step, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, put the next step up. So that way, basically, with each slow breath, you climb all the stairs, like one floor. So what happens is, when you place the foot down, you feel the foot and slowly go like that. If you climb like that, one stair, one level of stair, you'll probably take 2 minutes or something to just go 15 steps. That is okay. That kind of thing, if you do for like, for like 2-3 times over there, that will break you out of the mode of inactivity. And after you do that slowly, one day you went for just climb like twice. Then as you go along, you can slowly increase the timing after this thing, and that will help you to regain back the strength. So Shriba, you want to say something?
Yes, doctor. So the last time you were saying this Atma Vidya is the one that gets carried on over, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean the more number of births you have, the more Atma Vidya you have? Is it directly proportional to the number of births you've had?
Well, it depends upon how much in of a learning mode you have been in each birth, right?
So it doesn't mean that every birth you have accumulated some Atma Vidya.
It doesn't mean that's correct.
Okay.
Some births might have been wasted.
Okay.
Rajanji,
Yes.
Rajanji, my question is,
Yes.
this Swadharma, is determined by you only from your past karma and your tendencies. And is it not a constant process that you can change your Swadharma according to your thinking, according to whatever you analyze it, and then you act on it, and that becomes your new Swadharma?
The point you make is a very good point. Actually, this is where the clarity of the Yoga Sutras, that the first birth when you had, the program was assigned to you, that is the klesha part. And then after that, your own reactivity adds on karmas. So what happens is, the karmas that you get can be positive or negative. There are a lot of positive karmas. The positive karmas is you mentally say you develop an affinity towards music. And so you get so much engrossed in music that, the next birth, then when you're born, you're like a child prodigy with the music, and then you become a famous musician. And so you wanted to go in that direction. That is your karma and leaning that took you over there. So yes, from that perspective, what you're saying is right. This is why it is very important when the Yoga Sutra provides high degree of clarity between what you would call klesha and karmas, and within the karmas, the positive and the negative karmas, and any affinities you draw in the karmas become vasanas, right? The orientation. So the point you make is valid.
But about klesha, that it is the first birth. Other thing is that why we have to even think of first birth, just like Ishvara is without birth. Same is the true with the Atma. And so from one pralaya to the other pralaya and all that, and that there is a constant same thing coming, and you may get mingled back. And
see,
so
you're missing the point. You see, what happens is many philosophies, including many of these philosophies, don't explain what is the cause of the first birth.
Well, why you have to think that there was a first birth?
Then in which case, why are we so stupid to come into this lifetime?
No, because this is an unending process. There was never a first birth or an end birth.
No, the thing
till the
is,
time you mingle back in there, and then again, you come out if the God so wants.
Okay, but why did you bring in God here if it is you who is making yourself to be born?
Okay, let us not worry about the God itself. Whatever you want to call it, the ultimate reality, Ishvara, but you mingle back into that, whatever the energy source is there, means, I don't see any need to have the concept of that, God is a partial and gives different karma to klesha to everybody. Kleshas are what you created for yourself.
No, hold on. The thing is, you see, God is not partial. The way the Yoga Sutra says is Eka Chitta Anekesham. So the cosmic program that has been created, that multiplies into many. And why does it do that? In order to fulfill the purpose of the cosmic program. Okay? So in other words, what happens is, it is only incidental for the cosmic program to work. Each one of us doing what we do fits within the grand cosmic flow. Okay? So I'm only telling you from the Yoga Sutra perspective. Now, what happens is, from my experience, I find the Yoga Sutra's perspective very convincing. And of course, I'm going to ask the question, if you're always going to be spinning wheels in this cycle, as you're saying, then in which case, what is the meaning of liberation and moksha? There's no meaning to
it. It's very simple. Once the karta bhav is gone, then all the accumulated karmas and kleshas, everything gets burned.
Then why will you be reborn? Why do you choose to be reborn after that?
Then you won't be reborn.
Then you won't be reborn means there was a beginning and there is an end. And then you go on and say the cycle goes on.
No. It means, what it means is that you go back into the main energy pool, whatever is there. I don't know more than that. I just think with my open mind and whatever I have read. And mostly my reading has been Vivekananda. And he says, one creation after another is just a copy of the first
No,
one.
let
You
me
know that.
stop you there. You have already told me why you think that way. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, Vivekananda propounded a view that there are 4 yogas, and you're probably familiar with it, right?
Yes, yes.
He will say the 4 yogas are Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Raja Yoga, right?
Mhm.
And then he says the Yoga Sutra is the Raja Yoga. Okay. Now, essentially, you see what happens is, what I'm saying, I say with a lot of hesitation because I don't like to say these things in a public forum. But what happens is, if you look at the Yoga Sutra that we have been through, right in the first chapter, Patanjali is saying in Sutra number 23, I believe, Ishvara Pranidhanat Va, or by Ishvara Pranidhana, you can attain the same state of Samprajnata, that high Samadhi, right? So what is Ishvara Pranidhana? Surrender to God. Isn't that Bhakti Yoga?
Yes, yes, Bhakti Yoga.
Yeah. And then when you go over there in the second chapter, Patanjali, right in the, I think it's the first sutra, is saying that the Kriya Yoga that he defines, that is, yes, Tapas Swadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani Kriya Yoga. Okay. So what is Kriya Yoga? Yoga of action. And what is the nature of yoga of action? Or Karma Yoga? By being a person who is not expecting anything and just doing the action, you're burning off your programs within. That is tapas. And Swadhyaya is your inner thinking, and then tapaswada and Ishvara Pranidhana is Kriya Yoga. In other words, you're doing it for no purpose, not a purpose. There is no active purpose related to yourself. You're just doing. That is the Kriya Yoga in the Yoga Sutra is Karma Yoga, right? Now, the state where he is talking about right in the first chapter, the concept of Samprajnataha state, which of course is elaborated in the third chapter, where you have complete viveka through the yoga process. That is Jnana Yoga, because you know everything. And in the fourth chapter, he's saying, Sarvamala apetasya jnanasya anantyat, the infinite knowledge you have. So, Jneyam Alpam. So the thing is basically right within the Yoga Sutra, you have Bhakti Yoga, you have Karma Yoga, and you have Jnana Yoga. And the Yoga Sutra is called the Book of Raja Yoga. Why is it called the Book of Raja Yoga? Raja comes from the word Raja, and that is all about the play of Shakti, the energy flow in the cosmos. And so what happens is, the system of yoga, or the system or science of yoga, science is not the right word, I'll call it the system of yoga that encompasses all types of practices of yoga. That is what is Raja Yoga. So in other words, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga are all subsets of the Raja Yoga process. Yoga is one.
I agree with that. There's nothing conflicting in there. Bhagavad Gita, we read the same thing.
I'm trying, I understand.
Yeah.
But what I am trying to tell you is, a person who can say Raja Yoga is different from Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Jnana Yoga, and treat them as separate, did that person truly understand yoga? The person can write books, but did the person truly understand yoga? So just because there is a person who wears a saffron robe and writes something, if you choose to believe, it's your prerogative.
No, it's not a question of, believing somebody else, but it's a question of, if you feel something is coming good from somebody, is thought, then, you adapt it. It's not that you are stuck with anything.
See, the point is basically, I'm bringing the Yoga Sutra as it is and how I
Yeah.
have experienced it and what I know. And
I
part is-
appreciate your point of view.
yeah, so that is
I'm not conflicting everything. I was thinking just about, the klesha part. That's what I said. And, means my study has been very limited, even of Vivekananda, although I studied for a long, long time and with a lot of interest. But it is only certain portions of it that I studied more than the other portions.
Yeah,
And
but
even his
yoga
thought,
finally does not come by studying anything. Yoga is finally an experience. Yoga is the experiential path. So
yeah,
when the knowledge comes to you, it comes from your meditative cycle. You directly get the knowledge, not by reading anything.
agree. Thank you so much.
So much. Okay. So any other
Namaskar.
questions? Oh, we have 2 minutes to go. Yes.
Dr. Rajan, Kriya Yoga and Karma Yoga are the same?
Yes.
I thought Kriya Yoga was about your energies. Isn't that true?
No, is Karma Yoga done without energy?
Oh.
Okay. So Kumar Subramanian, go
I
ahead.
have a question.
Yes.
So in the Yoga Sutra, the last Yoga Sutra, 434, chapter 434.
Yes.
So when you say, it says, having no more meaningful purpose.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, every day we are saying the purpose for which I have come, let it be fulfilled.
Because
So-
you're still in this body. The words over there is Purushartha Shunyanam.
Okay.
Purushartha Shunyanam means Purushartha, the Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Purusharthas, they are all complete, done.
Okay. Understood.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have a question regarding Bhaya Kumbha. There are 3 bandhas. I just want to know exactly what those 3 bandhas is. A bit confusing.
The 3 bandhas are when you pull up your pelvic floor and your butt is squeezing.
Okay.
That is called Mula Bandha.
Okay.
And the second one is when the abdominal area is going in. It happens usually even when you pull up the pelvic floor and then you take your abdominal area in. That is called Udhyana Bandha. And then when you bring your chin down to the chest after the full exhalation, that is called Jalandhara Bandha. The idea of Jalandhara Bandha is you don't swallow at that point, the saliva flow or something. That is the Jalandhara Bandha. Those are the 3 bandhas.
So does the breath continue until the last Jalandhara Bandha, or in other words, you breathe out continuously, right?
You breathe out continuously till you do the Jalandhara Bandha, and then you hold out the breath. And then once you feel you're ready to take the breath, you start taking the breath. Okay, we'll close for today. Keep your questions written down and we will address them tomorrow. Thank you, Ji. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan.